Spontaneous speaking video 24. Guys, you need to stop taking these MBTI tests online, especially from 16personalities.com. Oh my gosh. And then using those results as your definite answer for what you are. It is so incredibly annoying how inaccurate a lot of man, like I always talk about this, but it's just because it's that much of a problem. And then maybe it's my inferior TI coming in. For most of you, probably don't even know what that is. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm acting very belittling right now. Let me just relax. So, I've been reminded of a trend that I've been seeing. A lot of people take the test, the MBTI test online. 16personalities.com seems to be the most popular one. And even Personality Hacker, I love that site, but even they said it themselves. Antonia Dodge, she said it herself in one of the podcasts, that taking the test, including their test on personalityhacker.com, is not the end of you finding out your type. It is the beginning. Sometimes you're going to get the right type right away. But I would say like 65% of the time, you get the wrong results. I say that we need to use the typing test as a launching pad and more of a way to get an idea of what exactly you may be. Look at it, and if it doesn't make you if it doesn't give you the famous, this is definitely me, then it's probably not you. And the most important thing to realize is, like I always talk about in all of my MBTI videos, the cognitive function. So earlier I said something about my inferior TI. That is introverted thinking, and although my dichotomy letters, E, N, F, J, do not have a T in it, if you look at the cognitive functions of an ENFJ, their last function of the four is introverted thinking, which is TI. And so a lot of people don't really have the patience or time or interest to go and learn about the cognitive functions behind their personality type. And I would want to say to those people, or I would like to say to those people, that if you don't have that patience or interest or that time, then don't go around spreading around that you're like whatever type. I know an ISTJ who is studying psychology, so already it's hard enough to speak to her about what type she is. But then she tells other people that she's an INFJ, and it's like, no. But then when you talk to her, it's like, but that's what I got on the test. That's what I got on the test. And she's not the only person. I'm not meaning to call her out. But there's so many other people that's what I got on the test. And it's like, it doesn't matter if that's what you got on the test, okay? From what I know about MBTI and from what I know about you and the cognitive functions, all three put together, this is not, no, you're not an INFJ. And I can guarantee that if you actually have an open mind to sit down and allow me to explain to you, see, because I know basically all the 16 types inside out. You don't. If you allow me to sit down and explain to you why you are this type instead and how it manifests in you, then perhaps you'd be like, oh, that makes sense, you know? But it seems like a lot of people don't have the patience to do that. And it's like, all right, well, I understand that not everybody's going to be interested in this type of thing, but just don't go around confusing people. Don't go around having people think that INFJs are really TE oriented. TE as in like extroverted thinking, which is the ISTJ's auxiliary function that comes out. So I guess in English that basically means they like to tell people what to do in a very objective manner. INFJs are not like that. They have TI, which is tertiary, so it's third. So, but even then, it's like inward. So it's them thinking critically, but they're not going to come out. In fact, most INFJs are very slow to tell people what to do because they're still afraid if they even know what exactly is the right thing to do because they just overthink so much. But ISTJs, a lot of things are just plain and simple. And this person, for example, that I'm using, things are just simple and black and white to her. So no, you're not an INFJ. And that goes for all of you other people out there who got INFJ on the test. I'd really be careful if you claim that. And that goes for like any other type. I just want to really hark on that. I firmly believe the reason why I'm like so passionate about everyone getting the right type is because I just firmly believe that we have all been given the personalities that we have for a reason. And I always say that an eagle and a swan, they're both beautiful creatures, but you do not want to be an eagle that's training to be a swan, or you do not want to be a swan that's training to be an eagle. Embrace who you are, learn who you are, and then embrace it, and then become the best version of yourself possible. And that's my encouragement to you. So please, learn about the cognitive functions, or at the least, if you take the test, then look at it and just be real with yourself. If you're not 100% sure, and especially if you don't know about the cognitive functions or the other types, then don't go around talking as if you know exactly what type you are. And be open and receptive to the people who actually know what they're talking about and study this stuff, because I'm sure they're not going to try and tell you false information. This is all to help you out. Hopefully, those people will not tell you like some type of false information. And I'm actually planning, I've been realizing that a lot of my subscribers want more MBTI videos, and I like throwing them in here every now and then. I don't want MBTI to be the only thing that I talk about, especially because although I'm integrating it into my spiritual, my Christianity and all of that to use in ministry, I do not want it to be like the absolute only thing that people come to my page for. Like, I am a Christian first and foremost before I'm an ENFJ or even Denzel. That's how I see it. And so, but I am planning on making a whole bunch of videos explaining what each cognitive function is, and I'll try and keep those ones like at pretty much short length. And you can always check out my deep dive videos, which are like an hour long and everything. And always feel free to just hit me up, and I can help you find out what type you are. But yeah, just please don't go off of the test. Learn about the cognitive functions, because that'll tell you how your mind is wired and not just the behavior. Sites that I recommend are personalityhacker.com, especially their podcasts, personalityjunkie.com, typeinmind.com, and check out Dave's Superpowers on YouTube. Look him up. Like, it's all one word. Dave Superpowers. He explains a lot about the cognitive functions as well. He's an INTJ. He's very sarcastic and funny, but he makes things very clear, and his videos are short and concise, unlike mine. But yeah, that's all. Done.